Soul Simmers, it's ThatSimminWitch here, and we are back with another Makeover Monday, and this week it's the turn of the Laurent family from Tartosa. Yeah, they are a lot. They have a lot of lore to do with their family. The grandma Arnessa, who we are making over first, she is supposed to be a descendant of Princess Cordelia. And obviously, Princess Cordelia is a big thing in the lore of the game, especially now that we have the Royalty and Legacies pack. But also, like, when you look at a lot of the, like, item descriptions in, like, build and buy mode, you'll see there are tons of stories about Princess Cordelia. If you really, like, I don't have time to talk about every single thing, otherwise I'd be here for days. But if you really, like, are interested in finding out more about the lore about Princess Cordelia and about how Arnessa's like ties are to her, the Sims wiki is really good for that, and it details all of like the grapevine gossip, which is a special interaction for people from Tartosa. It details all of her grapevine gossip stuff, so you can learn a lot about Arnessa from the wiki page. But yeah, so with Arnessa, she basically, it says that she, obviously she cares about her family history and she knows a lot about her family history, but she doesn't, like, want that to be a big thing. Like, she doesn't want people to know that she, like, is descended from royalty, even though they live in this, like, big, like, estate, like, mansion house thing. She's kind of like, she likes her family to know about the history, so she tells her family lots of stories about her like ancestors, and she is all about making sure they know where they came from. But at the same time, like, when it came to picking her son Hector's surname, instead of going for her surname, which links back to Princess Cordelia, she decided to pick Laurent, which is his dad's surname. His dad isn't in the family, but it hints to the fact that he died during a stove malfunction, which I'm assuming that means he was set on fire. But when we talk about Arnessa's fashion, I've gone for vintage elegance rather than vintage glamour. So I want her clothes to look sort of like vintage, but I want them to also be quite conservative and quite formal, very, like, I guess, royal or noble, if you think about it in that kind of way. She also wears a lot of blues and greens. Greens I picked mainly because that was one of her favourite colours. But also, like, she's a loner. She does like playing piano as well. But she's a loner and a music lover and a bookworm. So I thought that she could come off a little bit cold sometimes. So I wanted to try and keep her colours to, like, cooler colours. She does have a special relationship with Greta. She has, like, a favourite grandchild. She doesn't like to tell people that she has a favourite grandchild, but she does have a favourite, and it can be pretty obvious. But for her makeover, I found it really helpful using the, like, vintage kit that we got not that long ago. It's just got a lot of really, like, nice things, and I have used quite a bit of the Royalty and Legacies pack, because again that kind of has a, like, vintage feeling to a lot of the outfits, and obviously it's quite a bit more formal as well. So in her first everyday outfit, she had that, like, nice, like, blouse with the little like jeweled thing around the neck, and a skirt, and I did put her in the Moschino heels. I just think that they're, like, appropriate for an older lady, because they're kind of like, they have the strap, so they're a bit more comfortable, and, like, they were kind of, like, the right colour as well. They suited her like outfit. So yeah, that's what I kind of went for. Body wise, I didn't change anything on her body. There was nothing to change. Like, I didn't want to add any of the, like, tattoos or any marks or anything. I think that she was perfectly fine the way that she was, so I decided to leave that aspect of her. I did change her hair. I wanted to keep her hair short. I did experiment with a few longer haircuts, but I quite like the short. And so I went with the vintage hair from Life and Death. It's the one that Olive Spectre. Oh, is it Olive Spectre? No, the other woman in Life and Death. I can't remember what her name is now. But yeah, it's got that like vintagey flick and like the little waves and stuff. I really love this hair. I think it's a really, really nice little haircut, and I think it suits Anissa and her like story perfectly. Like it has that kind of like vintage feel, but it also isn't too glamorous. It's kind of like quite proper, and like it looks perfect, and she makes sure it always looks perfect. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking with Anissa. Her second outfit was this like pale sort of turquoisey or like greeny, I guess, dress from the Royalty and Legacies pack. I like the wraparound, the fact that like that's quite nice for like an older lady, and it also leaves her like available to have like her necklaces on. She does like jewelry, especially a necklace. She's got some nice pieces, having been given them from like her ancestors, like having left them as heirlooms for her. So she has a few things that she likes to show off. But yeah, that's like my main thinking for Anissa. But there is so much lore for this family. I will probably talk about little bits and pieces of it as we go along, because yeah, there are some special things I've done, like Jace has a little special thing, but yeah, so it's quite a lot going on with this family. So part of their like description in the household description is that they own like the local wedding venue, and they're like a big thing in Tartosa, all about like weddings and stuff. So in each of their like formal outfits, I do make sure they have some appropriate like wedding attire for them having to like work weddings or attend weddings or whatever. On nurses, I gave a little special va-va-voom because I felt like she would also, given the fact that she's like descended from royalty, I think that she would maybe like have a lot of like charity galas and balls and stuff to go to help raise money for like local charities and stuff. So I think that she would need to have like a really nice gown. So that's why I went for one of the gowns from the royalty pack. I think that one's really nice. It's like quite nice for an older lady. It's quite long. It does have a little bit of a slit, so it does make it a little bit more risque. That was one of the things that I kind of kept in mind for Anessa's outfits, is I didn't want to make anything too short. I wanted her to have like hemlines that kind of like went below the knee mostly. She does have a few outfits like this one as well, which is her other formal outfit. This one I definitely can see her wearing at a wedding, where there are slits in them, but she never has like a really short skirt on or like shorts on or anything like that. I love that outfit. I think she looks amazing in that outfit. She just like looks perfect for a wedding. She's like the most mother of the bride ever. But that's kind of what I was keeping in mind with Anissa. Again, that sort of like plays into like the fact that she wears more conservative fashion. So she doesn't wear anything too risque. Most of the stuff that she wears is of a decent length and like covers up appropriate areas, doesn't leave too much skin on show. But yeah, so one thing I did kind of like have a little bit of fun with was her athletic wear. I don't think that she's very athletic, but she has her little special relationship where she's like besties with Greta, and so she needed to make sure that she had some outfits for her elder workout class that she goes to. So she got Greta to help her pick out some appropriate like attire for her like workout classes. So that's what Greta did. She got this cute little like workout dress. I think that dress is the only dress that we have that goes above the knee, and that was only because it was workout and she's not going to be wearing it. I think I did toy with putting leggings on, but I don't think I did in the end. But yeah, I just kind of like thought that it was a nice like grandma thing, like her having Greta help her when like she needs help with things like that. I think it's quite a cute little like story to tell within their family and their like family dynamics. And like with her relationship with Greta, she's quite supportive of Greta, because Greta is sort of like a little bit of the odd one out. She does I did make Greta besties with her little brother as well, Jace, but like her parents don't really understand her. She's a little bit different to them, and yeah, she's not quite as prepared to just like end up in the family business like her folks are. But anyway, I don't want to talk too much about Greta until we get to Greta. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking for Annis's sleepwear. I did make these like pajama things. I don't know if I'm 100% happy with the first outfit that I made for her. Like, I ended up putting that like little shirt on, and then I ended up just putting some leggings on. Like, I put her in underwear and then put like leggings on from the accessories part. Just because like, yeah, I couldn't really figure out what I wanted her to wear. And none of the like leggings that you could put on as trousers actually like really did anything for me, so that's why I ended up doing it that way around. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm 100% sold on that outfit or not yet. The second one I picked because it was like, I knew I was going to pick this one from like the first time that I decided to make over her. I knew that this was the nightwear that we would be giving to Anessa, and I just love that like the long vintage silky night dress. I just think like it's beautiful, and like who wears something so beautiful to sleep in? I just think it's like absolutely gorgeous, and I think that like Anessa looks really like lovely in it, and it's just like the perfect nightwear for her to wear. But yeah, I think she does look really cute. So when it came to her party wear, again, I wanted her to look quite elegant and vintage still, but I wanted to tone it down a little bit from her formal wear. So we did go for this like little vintage dress that's from the vintage pack, I believe. I really like this little dress. I think it's really nice like for elders. It's a nice shape for elders where they're usually quite bottom heavy. It kind of like flows nicely around like the shape of the elder's body. But yeah, I just think it's really nice, and it's like a little bit different to her other stuff that she would wear, but also like it's nice for a party. It's not too like reserved or too over the top. But yeah, I think she looks really, really cute. For her second party wear, I did end up using the little vintage pack again. This time I went for two-piece kind of outfit rather than a full dress. It does kind of look like a dress when they're both on though, because I used matching swatches of the tops and the top and the skirt. But yeah, I chose a darker swatch this time. So I did like a dark blue swatch with a little bit of like a tweedy like check kind of pattern. I just really liked that pattern the most on her, and I think that like it just like looks really, really nice on her. again, the shape is really good for elders. I think maybe when they made the backpack, they like considered that people would probably put elders in them a lot. So they do like flow very nicely with the elders like body shapes. But yeah, I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. I put her in some of the little shoes from I can't remember if they're from Country Living or from the thingy pack, the Realm of Magic pack. But she's got some nice little sensible shoes, and like this one is kind of intended for when it's a little bit colder, so she did have tights as well put on. I did struggle finding the right necklace. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to put on her. In the end, I went for like a string of pearls, but like the Sulani ones, so they're a little bit different. I do like using the pearls with her. I think that she is like a very big lover of anything with pearls. But yeah, I think she's really rocking the vintage fashion. I did also go for this like vintagey swimsuit for her swimwear. Again, that was from Royalties and Legacies, but I just I think like a lot of those like assets really made a lot of sense with Anessa, and where she's kind of like the yeah, she is descended from royalty, but she's not like super like out there with it. It kind of like suits her, like sort of like it's the right level of like elegant but not like overstated at the same time. But yeah, I think she just looks like really cute. For her hot weather outfits, the first one where she would be like out and about, I did choose like a little bit more of an understated dress. I'm pretty sure that's a cottage living dress. The reason that I wanted something like that is because I just think that she would be really hot, and she'd just want like something that was still looked nice and still looked quite formal, but also at the same time it wasn't too hot to wear. So that's why she ended up with a cute little dress. I really like the little flowers on. I think it just like adds a little sort of sweet little element to it. And like the straw hat really like sets it off. I can just like see her taking a stroll around the gardens of her estate wearing that outfit, and her like looking absolutely marvelous in it. She is so just yeah, so funny. And then the other hot weather one that I went with, the one that I think it should be wearing around the house, I pretty sure it's a for rent outfit. It is a lot more casual than her other ones. It's still quite conservative and it is sort of vintagey style, but yeah, I just really wanted her to have something that was like a little bit dressed up for if she was a little bit less dressed up, sorry, for if she was staying home and not really going out anywhere. With her cold weather fit, I knew exactly which outdoor cold weather fit I wanted straight away. I went to this like fur coat and the dress. I wasn't quite sure what swatch I was going to pick, but I decided to go with this like dark blue dress and the brown coat. I just think it's like perfect for her and like the cold weather. And then yeah, I did experiment with some hats. I couldn't quite find a hat that I liked, but I did end up using the little like headscarf. I just think that she looks absolutely adorable like that. I absolutely love her. Like, she is such like the best vintage granny ever. Oh, she's so cute. Look at her. She's just like, I know Tartosa is like pretty warm all year round, but yeah, I can't wait to see her like out and about somewhere cold, all dressed up in her like fur coat and like a little headscarf, all like vintage and cute. And then for her final outfit, the warmer the one, but like if she was staying home, I did go for a little shirt and a jumper, and yeah, I just kind of wanted something again that was a little bit more relaxed because she would be quite cold, so she'd want to be nice and like well wrapped up. And I did actually put her in trousers. It's like one of the only outfits that she actually gets to wear trousers. But yeah, I really wanted her to be like warm. I believe I put this with some boots, and yeah, I think she just looks absolutely gorgeous. I am absolutely loving the way that she came out. She came out perfectly. Like I said, the only outfit I'm not sure about is her first sleepwear one. But sleepwear, they're not in it that often, so it doesn't really matter if it wasn't like the most perfect outfit. But yeah, she is absolutely gorgeous. So I decided to go in kind of like age order, if you like, when I was making them over. So the next sim I did was Hector. So Hector is obviously Anessa's son. I think that like he kind of like tries to be a little bit of a fun dad, but then like fails miserably. Um, I did in-game correct the fact he wants to be like a master mixologist, which he needs to be in the culinary career, but he's like, when you go into him, he's actually unemployed. So in the game, I employed him as in the culinary career, and I promoted him enough times that he chose the mixologist branch of the career. So yeah, that's what I went for with like, and I did fix like all their relationships. Their relationships were all over the show. But yeah, I made them mostly all I think I made them all friends, but I made some of them better friends than others, depending on sort of like the law and how their relationship was. So for instance, Anessa and Greta got a really good relationship. Anessa and Hector got a really good relationship, whereas Anessa and Hillary was a little bit less, because you know the mother-in-law can sometimes be a little bit strained, especially when she's descended from royalty and maybe has a little bit like for expectations that Hillary might not have been prepared for when she first met Hector. So Hector does have a bad relationship with Lucia. I think it's Lucia or Lucia, I'm not sure. I need to check the pronunciation from the Markovic family. He used to be her boyfriend, but then he broke up with her and obviously ended up with Hillary instead. She is Hillary's BFF though, so I think that could be a bit awkward for them, but he tries to be as supportive as he can. But yeah, I think he's just quite sweet. He doesn't like, one of the things that I did with Hector is, again, he's kind of like always ready for going to like work at the wedding venues and stuff like that. But one of the things that I really wanted to make sure that Hector had was, I wanted him to have something from his dad, like something that he like has to keep. So in most of his outfits he wears a little trilby hat that I kind of like decided that was his gift from his father, like it was his father's hat, and that was like one of the things that he took, and now he wears it like with most outfits, obviously not all of them, but pretty much any outfit he wears his dad's little trilby. So with him, I did try and make his fashion a little bit more fun, because he's trying to be the fun dad. So I kept his first outfit quite similar to what he had on beforehand. I just made the t-shirt a little bit more fun. His favorite color is purple, so when possible I have tried to add some purple elements into his clothes. He is mostly in like blacks, I think, though. But yeah, I just added in like those little purple bits. But yeah, I wanted to make his first outfit a little bit more fun, so he's got the like fun graphic on the t-shirt rather than a plain one. And yeah, I gave him some like little purple socks just to jazz him up a little bit. Hair wise, I did give him a different haircut, although most of the time his hair's covered up, so you don't really see it anyway. I did try out some of the like face details with him. I ended up just giving him moles. I didn't really like some of the ones that I was trying out, so yeah, he ended up with moles. But yeah, he does end up with a different haircut, which is a bit shorter and a little bit like more funky than his hair is there. It's kind of it's one of the oh yeah, and I gave him some gold teeth. That was another thing. Like, I feel like he kind of like wants to be a little bit flash as well. So like things like the gold teeth, where they aren't necessarily really obvious at first, he kind of has as like a little like flash thing that he does. But I really struggled picking a haircut for him. But I did go with like quite a short one, and I believe it was from Get Together. It's quite like short and spiky. And then the trilby hat that I picked was one from, I can't ever remember if it's from the spooky pack or the paranormal pack, but it's the little trilby that's got like a little feather in it as well, and I ended up picking the black version. So he basically wears that all the time. I did change his tash, like he's got quite a big tash on there, but I ended up putting him in one of the creepy little like thin tashes. Just, yeah, I don't know, it just kind of suited him. Oh, look at him. Oh, and eyelash wise, I didn't give him full eyelashes because that was a bit much. His eyes aren't like super like open, they're quite like small, so I did just do like top lashes and then eyeliner rather than the full like lashes that I usually like to do on guys, especially like, I don't know, I've got a thing about guys with girly eyelashes. I'm not really sure like where it comes from or like why, but I tend to do girly eyelashes on most of the of the masculine sims. But yeah, I think he ends up kind of looking how I wanted him to look. Like, he looks like he is trying to be the sort of like fun, cool dad, but also failing spectacularly at the same time. I did struggle with like trying to get my groove on for Hector. Once I did start sort of like getting into the groove though, I kind of realized like what I wanted, and the makeover did become a bit easier. Like, I think after I did his everyday outfit, I kind of had a bit of a clearer picture in my mind of what I wanted him in. So when it got to come to do like the rest of his outfits, it kind of like flowed a little bit easier for me. Like, it was easier for me to pick what I wanted to put him in, and in some cases I like kind of knew what I wanted him in. Like, I had something in mind for him to wear. For his second everyday outfit, I ended up putting him in a shirt from the Romantic Garden pack, which isn't a pack that I use all that often, but I just yeah, I liked how it looked, and I liked the fact that it kind of like had the little pattern on it, and it was like nice enough, but it also wasn't too formal either. And I did pair it with some shorts, and because I really wanted him to be awkward dad, they are shorts that are just that little bit too short that you wish were a little bit longer. So that's kind of what I was thinking with him and his his like fashion, basically. Like, sometimes when he's trying to be cool, he ends up just being awkward instead. So yeah, I think I think he looks cute. But with his formal wear, I definitely had in mind that he would be probably working weddings, because he wants to be a mixologist. Maybe he'd be behind the bar, maybe he'd be like managing things, making sure everything goes smoothly for the bride and groom, or the brides or the grooms, or whatever. But yeah, I think like with that, I wanted to make sure he kind of looked sort of professional, and it suited for like formal events, but he also looked like he fit in with the wedding. Like, I think the best thing about like wedding staff at like an official wedding venue, if you like, they kind of have a way of sort of like melting into the wedding and like not really standing out too much. So that was kind of like my objective. So his first outfit, I did end up with like this like suit and tie and trousers and like loafers and stuff, and he does get his hat back on. That's the only like thing that makes him sort of like stand out as an as Hector. But yeah, I just think that he looks really cute, and I'm pretty sure I kept the little flowers like on his lapel. I just think that he like looks quite cute. I think I might have changed them. I can't remember if I changed them or not, but I tried to, when I was picking his flowers, because his favorite color is purple, I did try and make the like flowers have a little hint of purple in them. Just because, like, yeah, I thought it was nice. Like, I mean, he looks like good enough for being at a wedding, but at the same time he also has that cute little like sort of like hint of himself added in with his purple flowers. And for his second formal outfit, I wanted that to be sort of like for when it was a little bit warmer. So I ended up picking a full body outfit where it's like shirt, trousers, and he's got suspenders on, or braces, instead of having a suit jacket. And I kind of like the fact that he kind of looks a little bit like he maybe had a jacket on earlier in the day, but as the day's warmed up and he's got hot while he's been like working or doing whatever he's been doing for the day, that he's taken that off. But yeah, he still looks like formal enough to be in a wedding, but at the same time he's also figured out a way to be cooler. The swatch I chose actually had a bow tie as well instead of a tie, which I think helps as to add a little bit more formality to the outfit that's kind of like a little bit more casual, where it doesn't have the jacket. Yeah, I think like he looks really cute, and I think I changed the flowers, yeah, so they looked a bit more summery on the second outfit. They look less wintry and more summery. So yeah, that's him like with his formal outfits. With his athletic, his first one, I basically just tucked him in whatever I felt like I found a purple hoodie and I thought, oh, that'll do for keeping him warm. And like him working out, he's not really a guy that works out that much anyway, so I didn't really want to spend tons of time on it. The second outfit that I picked for him, though, I picked one of the team outfits from high school years, and like the reason I picked that was because I also picked a similar outfit for Greta when I did her athletic outfit, and like she's in my mind she's on like one of the sports teams, so I don't know, maybe football or soccer as some people would call it, and or like the hockey team or something. Like I quite like the idea of it being the hockey team. But yeah, and I think that like he decided to buy like his team's version of the outfit, so that like that's something that him and Greta could bond over. Like Greta is a little bit like struggles a little bit with her relationship with her parents. Her dad was very willing to like join the family business and get on with the whole like wedding industry thing, whereas Greta isn't quite so like easygoing. She's a bit more rebellious. So she like, yeah, that's how he's like trying to bond with her. Like he tries his cool dad stuff, and yeah, that just fails most of the time. But yeah, with the sports, that's one thing that they share together. So for sleepwear, I gave him this little pajama set. It's one of my favorite pajama sets. I really like the silliness of it. I do give it to quite a lot of Sims that I make. I think it's cute, and I gave him some silly slippers as well, because I thought that like he would be the kind of person that would wear like something silly to bed, especially like when no one's gonna see it, when he's just like going to sleep. And then his second one, I ended up just picking underwear. I picked one of the like, I think it's from the Symptomates pack, but or kit, sorry, where like they have the like aubergines or eggplants on them. I just thought like it was a little bit saucy and a little bit funny, and like his way of like sort of getting a little bit flirty for Hillary. Just yeah, I just think it's like a really funny little part of his story. Oh, I think you might have heard my cat meowing in the background. He has dreams where he meows, and that's what he's currently doing at the moment. So hopefully he's not too distracting. Hopefully it's like quite quiet. But I will re-record if it's really loud and disruptive. But yeah, so we're moving on to party wear, and for his party wear, I wanted it to be definitely more fun, less formal. So he's not like dressed up completely for a wedding. So the first one I did was choose that like funky, like fun pattern shirt, and I just put that with some jeans. I think I did. I can't remember if I did jeans or trousers, but I think it was jeans. Yeah, so that kind of is just sort of like a little bit fun. And then his second one, I did pick this purple suit jacket with the t-shirt underneath, and then the matching trousers, because it's like a two-piece thing from Love Struck, I believe. But yeah, I kind of like the colour of it, and it sort of like brought the purple in, a little bit of his like personality, and he could wear his little like flowers on his lapel, and I just think that like, yeah, he looks really cute, and yeah, it just sets off like really nicely with his party wear outfit. His swimwear just changed his into some like fun swim shorts. Nothing really very exciting. But when it came to doing his hot weather outfit, his first one, the one that I'd probably put as in being outside because I kept sunglasses on, I did put the little t-shirt, black t-shirt with the little love hearts on. I just thought that kind of like sort of went back to him being like a part of a wedding venue, and sort of like the fact that Tartosa is kind of like all about the love story. And then I just put that with some 3/4 length jeans and some sandals, I believe. He kept his little trilby hat, and yeah, I just chucked him in some sunglasses. I just thought that like he would want to be really casual, like when his no, not sandals, sorry, little like slip-ons. Yeah, I just thought he'd want to be really casual for when it's hot. Like, I feel like he really feels the heat, and I definitely can relate to that. I'm not a fan of the heat either, so I feel like he wouldn't want to be like in shirts and like all suited and booted and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of like why I decided to go like really casual with his hot weather outfit. And then yeah, his second one, I ended up going with that like t-shirt and shorts, like full body outfit. I think that's from like the Prairie kit that we got a little while ago. I just thought it's fine for like bumming around the house. He probably wouldn't really wear it out all that much, so yeah, it just kind of was enough to like keep him like not too warm, and like it was good enough for being around the house. But yeah, so we're moving on to his cold weather outfits. I did struggle a tiny bit. Like, I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to see Hector in for his cold weather outfits. I guess it's a little bit more difficult because Tartosa is one of those places that is really warm all year round, so you don't really see him in his cold weather outfit very often. But in the end, I did decide to go for this little jacket with a polo underneath it. I just really like it. I like that the bottom button isn't done up, and it kind of like looks like he's like squeezed in it. I kind of like the idea that maybe this was his dad's jacket, and where he's a little bit more rotund than his dad, he struggled to do it up. But I put that with some jeans and some boots, and I just think he looks really cute. I'm pretty sure I changed his flower up as well. Yeah, I did. But yeah, I think I just think he looks really cute. Like, I really like that little outfit. And the benefit, I guess, with Hector is that he's always got his hat, so his head's always nice and warm at the very least. But yeah, then his second outfit, the one that I would say would be like his outdoor one, I did really struggle. It just, yeah, I couldn't find like the outfit that really spoke to me with that. Like, the other one was fine. Like I could see that like happening and like see what was going on with it. But yeah, it did take me a little while to figure out exactly what I wanted for his like outdoor one. I did end up with like a full body outfit with this like jacket, and again with like a polo underneath it. It kind of looks like he's swapped out jackets and for when he's like going out and put on a different jacket and like ready to head out to keep him a bit warmer than the other jacket was. But yeah, I think overall he looks really cool, and like I really like how his outfits turned out. They sort of like suit like his whole vibe of like being the trying to be the cool dad that always fails at being the cool dad. But yeah, I really love him. So yeah, that's Hector all done and dusted. So Hillary, she is next up on my little makeovers. She obviously married into the family. She married Hector, and for her it says that she works in her family business as a chef for their like restaurant, which is cool. She actually was in the culinary career, and she is like I think she's a caterer level in the career, but she's in the career nonetheless. So at least that was one thing that was going well for her. And with Hillary, like I think that like she is that kind of like a struggle as being like a working mom. Like obviously being a chef is quite hard work anyway. Like it takes you away for a lot of hours away from your family, and like she also has like Greta, who is sort of rebelling a little bit, and then Jace, like when we get to him you'll see that maybe like he's a little bit bullied because he's not like he doesn't fit in. He's a little bit of a weird kid, like but we'll get onto him when we get there. Like he is the very last one, but he has some like funny little weird quirks. But yeah, so the thing that I quite like about Hillary is that she kind of like in the very like vaguest of details, she like resembles Bella Goth. And so like with her being romantic and her working in a restaurant and their life being all about like weddings and hosting weddings and living in Tartosa, which is supposed to be like romantic and the place that you run off to get married, I kind of like liked the idea that she also has a bit of a fascination with love stories. So she really like loves a good old-fashioned love story, and one of her favourite ones is Bella and Mortimer Goth's love story. And I think that like she finds Bella Goth as like a little bit of a like sort of an icon to her, like a little bit of like, although I think Bella is actually younger than Hillary, I still think that she's has quite a big influence on Hillary's like style and like some of her like dreams and the way that she thinks about the world. So with that in mind, I did try and stick mostly to red dresses or things that I would think that Bella would wear. The only difference being that like with Hillary, because she's also in mum mode, I wanted to make her slightly more like mum coded as well. So she tries to pull off Bella Goth, but she doesn't do it in the like slinky glamorous like way as much as she does it in the mum thinking that she's being slinky and glamorous. And yeah, it's kind of like you'll see the slight differences between her and Bella, but I really think that like I really love how Hillary turned out. I think she is really cute. This first outfit, I did this like cute little two-piece body outfit from, I think it's Business and Hobbies. I just really like this. It isn't necessarily a Bella Goth thing, but I kind of like thought that it was sort of like I could see Bella wearing that to like work or something. But yeah, I just thought that it looked really cute, and that's like how I wanted to start off with Hillary. Like that's like how Hillary really should dress. Like, she shouldn't be like chasing after being Bella and like chasing after Bella's style. She should just be Hillary, but she kind of like has sort of like lost that part of herself in like the whole chaos of being a working mom and being married and living with her mother-in-law, and her mother-in-law being descended from royalty, and like all those little things that she has going on that like causes her different like little bits of stress and whatever all build up, and she kind of lost a little bit of like who Hillary is. So I did keep her hair fairly long. I ended up going one with a fringe. I just think like she looked better when she had a fringe, but yeah, I really like this, and she does have a few different haircuts. Like, I put her hair up sometimes and stuff like that, but you'll see as we go along. Jewelry wise, I did keep her with earrings in pretty much every outfit. I don't think I might have skipped like swimwear and sleepwear, I'm not sure, but she does have earrings on every outfit. And I did try and keep her, like, I toned down her blusher. Her blush was a little bit too much for me, and yeah, I wanted her to have like really red lips. Like, that's another thing that she like kind of like wanted to sort of take away from Bella, is that she had the like the pouty red like sort of like lips. I don't really know how else to explain it, but yeah, so that's sort of like my overview of Hillary, and then we'll like have a chat about her fashion as we go along. So her red dress that I picked for her her second everyday outfit, I did struggle with a little bit. Like, I couldn't quite decide which one I wanted to pick for her. The problem I had is I didn't want one that was like too sexy or like too overdressed. I wanted one that was like sort of professional. Like, Hillary, I think, sort of has like this air of like professionalism. Like, she feels like she needs to sort of keep that appearance up like all times, basically. So that's kind of like what I was kind of thinking with her her red dress. So that's why she ended up in one that like looked a bit like, I don't know, like office wear rather than something like sexy like Bella would wear. But I think she looks really cute. It suits her body really nice, and it is very like mum coded. Like I said before, it's important that she has sort of her like mum mode going on. And then like when it came to doing her formal outfits, I kind of went two directions. So the first one, she has this like little full body suit. I think that is from the pack that's inspired by Bella. I really can't remember what the name is of the pack, of the kit, sorry. Like, that happens a lot with the kits. There's just there's so many, it's hard to remember what their names are. But I picked the red version because I thought that she would go for the red version. And yeah, I think that like this kind of is like the one that she would wear to like a wedding. She would be there like working behind the scenes or like doing whatever she has to when they are like working on the weddings. But yeah, and for her formal outfits, I did put her hair up in this like little updo. I just think it like looks really nice. It really frames her face really well. Like I like that it kind of has the bangs but not the straight bangs. They're kind of like swooped to the side a little bit. But yeah, I think she looks really sweet. And then for the second red dress, I wasn't quite sure what direction I was going to go for, but I ended up going for a really like Bella inspired like ball gown kind of thing. And like this dress, once I put it on her, I just didn't want to take it off her. I think she looks absolutely gorgeous, and I kind of like thought that she would be like often be like Anessa's date to like the charity like galas and balls and stuff that she goes to, so she needed to have like an outfit that had like a little bit of vavavoom. So maybe like Anessa like helped her pick out this dress, or Anessa hooked her up with like a stylist or something that helped her with this dress. But I feel like that like this dress was wasn't necessarily her choice. It was one that was like made for her, but I think she looks amazing in it. And I just really like the idea of her like floating around like some kind of like party or like gala or ball or event in this dress. I think she just looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so that was like my little like formal wear rundown. With her athletic wear, I did think it was sort of semi-important because she is an athletic sim, so there is a good chance she'll be in her athletic wear quite often. I did sort of do one that was like a little bit more casual, so this is like one of the full body outfits, and I kind of picked that because I really wanted her to have sort of like one that maybe when she's at home she can just like work out and she's not really thinking about it, she's just getting on with her own workout and not like keeping up appearances, if you like. And then the second one, I did end up putting her in the like little Bella workout gear thing from the Bella kit, and I think that is just like super important that she had that, because I think that she needed to have something that was like really athletic. I think that she would be the kind of sim that would go to like athletic classes and stuff, so she wanted something like really like sorted for that. And then I did put her hair in ponytail for her athletic wear. For sleepwear, I changed her sleepwear hair into a plait, just because I think that like that would make sense. And she got like a little jumper and pajama bottoms for the first outfit, and then she had her little like sexy lingerie moment for when when Hector's got his aubergine pants on. I just thought that like would be quite nice for her to have like a little sexy minute. So for her party wear, the very first one is this red dress. I just like it because it is like sexy and sort of Bella-ish, but also it's not like super Bella-ish. Like I don't think Bella would actually wear that. I do think like maybe when Bella was a bit older she might wear it, but yeah, like I said, it kind of has like the mom mode in it. For her second party wear, I did consider this jumpsuit and jacket. I kind of liked it because it was inspired by Bella, like with the red and kind of like the shape. It's quite a nice like shape, it's form-fitting. But in the end I actually went with one of the I think it's Business and Hobbies. It's like a dress from that. It's sort of this dress, like I like it because it kind of like has sort of like some Bella elements. Like I like the cinched in waist, but like the shoulder the wrist cuffs and stuff kind of give it sort of like a little bit of a goth kind of like element, or like vintage fashiony kind of element. So that's why I ended up going with that. I just think that she looks really cute, and it's definitely like a bit more like mom like, if you want, for her to be wearing out and about to a party. Like it's like nice enough, and she does look really good in it, but at the same time it is sort of like definitely something that a mom would wear. Swimwear, I just decided on doing her little like swim dress. I just thought that she would feel comfortable like that, and that's like what I decided to go with. I did find the hot weather outfits a little bit more challenging with her. Like I couldn't like quite decide what I wanted to do. There were only so many red dresses that I was going to be able to like get away with, if you like. And I just I struggled a little bit finding what it was that I wanted her to sort of end up in. But it turns out I did manage to squeeze the few more red dresses out before before the end of her makeover. So for her first one, she ended up in one from My Wedding Stories. It's one of the ones that I think is kind of intended to be like a bridesmaid dress. It's like a little strappy one and it's kind of like floaty. I think it's quite nice for the summer because it's not like too form-fitting or restrictive. It's kind of like floaty and like would probably like keep you fairly cool. Maybe not as cool as some dresses could because it's like material wise is probably not the nicest material, but nonetheless I thought that that kind of made some sense for her to be wearing, and with that I put her in some wedgie sandals. I don't think they're very Bella Goth, but they're sandals that she could walk in that was also heels. That's like a little other thing, like when I've been picking heels for her, I've been trying not to pick ones that are too like sort of like crazy high, like really like sexy heels. They're kind of like mom approved heels. So yeah, she's wearing that with like a black floppy hat, and I do put her in some of the like red retro round sunglasses. um I just think like she looks pretty cute. It's also like I think this one is kind of like sort of a little bit funny because like she isn't totally Bella Gothed out, and I just kind of like the idea that it's sort of like her cracking, like just adding the heat to her is just one other bit of pressure that's just like a little bit too much, and that she can't cope with that on top of everything else. I did also put her hair in a plait for the hot weather. I think that she just needed it to be like off of her because she's got like quite thick hair and it's like wearing a blanket on her head. So having it in a plait keeps her nice and cool. The second hot weather fit, I did end up going with the Dina Caliente dress that we got from the Futures Past event, the one that had Emmett in. I think that's what it was called, that event. And we got like Dina's Sims 2 dress, and I quite like the idea. Like we picked a red swatch of it, but I like the idea because obviously in the Sims 2, like Dina tried to seduce Mortimer while Bella had gone missing, and I just like that element to the story, like how she's kind of like got this like one dress and it is actually like quite a sexy dress, maybe something that Bella would wear, but actually it's a Dina dress. So I kind of like the sort of like accidental mix up, if you like, with that with the dress. I just think it's like quite funny that that it ended up working out like that. But yeah, I kept her hair in a plait because I do think that she definitely want the hair off of her face, and I ended up not having a necklace because halter neck tops and necklaces just don't always agree, especially in this game. They can sometimes be a little bit glitchy. So yeah, that's what I thought for her hot weather fit. When it came to her cold weather fits, oh, the one that she had on from EA, I feel like they did her dirty. But I ended up putting her in this like little base game cardigan and top thing. This would be for like indoors. She ended up in the Coach mini skirt, I believe, and yeah, some boots and tights. And I just thought that like it kind of has a little bit of Bella flair, but it's like also a little bit mumsy. Like the top is a little bit mumsy, but then you've got like the skirt that's a little bit more sexy, and she chose like the tights that have like the like ribbon effect kind of on them. So I thought like that was sort of like a fun little like element to bring in for her indoor fit, and I do think like she like rocks it. She like definitely has like sexy mom vibes, definitely. But yeah, I really love her. I think she's so absolutely lovely. But yeah, when it came to her her outdoor cold weather fit, sorry, I always want to say them the other way around. We didn't like stick too much like to Bella Goth. We kind of were more focused about keeping her warm. So it was less of a like this is a Bella outfit rather than a this is an outfit that will keep her nice and warm and snuggly. So she ends up in an outfit that's like a trench coat with some trousers underneath it. I believe it's one of the base game ones that got added in randomly. It also has like a polo neck underneath it. But yeah, I like the red of it, and like I like that she kind of like wanted to keep the red for sort of like reminding her of Bella, but at the same time it's not really a very Bella outfit. It's just sort of like the best that she could do to keep herself warm. But I think she looks really cute, and I think it looks nice on her. Like it kind of still has that kind of like professional element, and it definitely has like her like mum edge, if you like, as well, where it's like very warm but also like it's quite feminine, and as feminine as you can be when you're in like a long trench coat kind of thing. But yeah, I think she looks cute, and then obviously the little beret just like sets it off like that. Like when I decided to put the beret with it, that was just like it was perfect. But yeah, so that's little Hillary all done and dusted. I think that she is absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed with her. But now we get to move on to Greta. So Greta is a bit of a misfit from her family. Like I said, she has a good relationship with her grandma, Arnessa, and she has an okay relationship with her dad. With her mum, things are a little bit more strained. I think her mum is a little bit more strict with her rather than her dad, who is kind of like a joker and like tries to make her laugh and stuff like that. So with that in mind, I really wanted to give Greta a makeover, because Greta, oh my god, did she need one. The outfits that they gave her, it felt like they closed their eyes and just picked an outfit from from the list. I really do not agree with EA's choices of Greta's outfits. But we have made her look much better, much more cohesive, and much more like the Greta that I imagine her being. So unlike the rest of her family, she has the botanist aspiration. So she has like an obsession with like plants and flowers, and I think it's quite cool because like you could either play it that she like, if she goes into the gardener career, she can either pick like gardener as in like tilling the soil, looking after the garden, or she can go into the florist aspect and work as a florist, which obviously would tie into the wedding thing. So you could kind of either play it that like she kind of turns her rebellious hobby into something that is more in keeping with her family, or that she goes completely rebellious and just doesn't care like about the family business, and she just wants to do her own thing. I think that she would like to do her own thing. I don't think that she would like cave to being in the wedding industry, so I don't think she would go for florist. But yeah, I kept Greta as attracted to both male and female Sims. Because she does wear the bisexual nail varnish quite a lot on her outfits by EA, but I did end up changing that because it didn't match with the outfits that I was wearing. But yeah, I wanted her to be bi anyway. So what I did for her is, for her everyday outfits, this very first one, I wanted something really fun, so that's why she ended up with this little like froggy like hoodie kind of thing, I guess, cropped hoodie. She ends up with that, and she's got some jeans, and yeah, she ends up with boots, I believe, the sort of Doc Marteny ones, yeah, from the Prairie kit that we got recently. Her favourite colour is green, like her gran, so she does have a lot of green that she wears, but she is also a little bit more like loose with the colours. She doesn't stick to a colour palette as much as Arnessa. But yeah, I also changed her hair up. I gave her like the curly like wolf cut kind of thing from base game. I just think it like looks really nice on her, and I thought it was a little bit different to like her family, and she's really embracing like the curls that she does have. And yeah, I think she looks really sweet. I did end up giving her a nose piercing, I believe. I don't think I gave, did I give her any others? I don't think I did. But yeah, she is so cute. I think that she like looks really sweet. But my idea for her was that she has her own way of doing things. She has her own like fashion sense. She does like alternative music. That was one of the things that she like came with, if you like. So I kind of imagined her as sort of like a little bit alternative, but not like super goth. She kind of like doesn't really care about following trends and stuff. She just goes with what she feels like that she wants to wear. She doesn't really fit into a category, if you like. She's just like, I like this, I'm gonna wear it, which is cool, and I really like that. Makeup wise, she obviously got a highlighter. I changed her eyeshadow. I hated that eyeshadow that she had on before. I did it to like a warm like goldish tone because I wanted it to kind of like fit with pretty much any outfit I put her in. And then lipsticks I did change up depending on her outfit. Most outfits she has some kind of like brown tone, but there are a few where I go a little bit more pink or a little bit more purple or a little bit red. It just really depends on the outfit that she is wearing. But yeah, that's kind of like my vibe that I'm going for with her. She's kind of a little bit alternative, but not super alternative. She's also not super feminine. So she does have some outfits, like the second everyday outfit. She has this outfit that's got like a skirt on it. It's like a little dungaree dress kind of thing. I like the retro feel of it, and I think that's what she would like about it. I feel like that maybe she got it from a thrift shop. Like maybe she does a lot of her shopping at thrift shops, and yeah, she finds like secondhand stuff. But yeah, and with that, she did put the shorts on underneath. I think like she doesn't like want to be too exposed, so that's why she has the light little shorts on underneath her dress. But that's kind of like the kind of vibe that I'm going for. She's like not too feminine, and definitely sort of like all about the thrifting. So as I was saying before, like Greta doesn't want the wedding industry to be her like main job when she's older. But for now, like while she's a teen, she does help her parents out to earn some pocket money at their wedding venue. So in her formal wear, I did try to make sure that she had some outfits that were like appropriate for a wedding. But in the like true Greta style, she didn't get anything that was like too feminine or like sort of traditional for a female to wear at the wedding. Like it wasn't like a dress or anything. Her first outfit is a sort of suit jacket with a sweater vest and a shirt underneath it. She doesn't have like a tie or anything on. It's kind of like a little bit scruffy, but it's also neat enough to be like part of a wedding. And the thing that I liked about it is it does kind of like, it looks like it's thrifted, or like maybe it's like something that she found like stored up in her like attic or somewhere that like her gran had been keeping of her granddad's, and she like made the jacket work into something that works for her for like a wedding. But yeah, she is formal, but she is definitely doing it in her own way. With that, I did pair it with just some trousers, I believe. I don't think I put her in a skirt. Yeah, just because like I really wanted her to sort of like still keep the like Greta aspect of her, if you like. I just think she looks super cute. She kind of like looks really mature, but yeah, I absolutely love her. And then her second formal outfit, for that one, where it was like one for maybe if it's a bit hotter, I did put her in a little shirt, which is like a base game shirt. It actually wasn't added that long ago. But yeah, I put her in the shirt, and then like just to contrast it, instead of like, because the shirt I put her in is like green, But to contrast it, I did put her in some fun trousers. So instead of like plain trousers, I put her in some like sort of red like check trousers, not bright red, sort of dark red, more like burgundy-ish than red. But yeah, I really like her second outfit. I feel like that is the most Greta that she can be and still be wearing a formal outfit. I feel like that, yeah, she's decided that like that's good enough. I guess she kind of like looks like she could get away with like being a waitress or something. Like it's not too like over the top or anything. Because yeah, Greta's not really into the formal wear. She just likes to wear what she what she likes. And like that's kind of like when I was picking Greta's clothes, I felt like I wanted like each a little bit to like tell a story. So when I was picking the items, I didn't just want to go, oh, that shirt, that trousers, that'll do. It was like, oh, she got this from whatever. Like if someone said to her like, oh, I like your top, she'd be able to tell them the story of how she came by her top. Or like, I like your trousers, and she'd be waffling on about like where she thrifted them from and like why she decided on that color and like that outfit to wear it with and stuff like that. Like I feel like she's into fashion, but she isn't like a fashionista, if you like. But I do think she looks absolutely adorable in her little outfits. They just like, it just works really well. Like definitely it's not too feminine, but it's feminine enough like to sort of like suit Greta. Oh yeah, and yeah, the second outfit I did put a little choker on, which I really liked, from the Life and Death one. It had like the little cameo bit in it. I just thought that maybe she found that in like her grand's jewelry box, and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna wear that to like snazz it up a little bit. So for my first piece of evidence of how EA was blind when they put clothes on Greta, is her athletic outfit. I don't know what they were thinking. It just looks awful. But anyway, so I ended up changing it. I feel like I said before, she does play like hockey or soccer or football, that kind of thing. So I did want her to sort of like wear some clothes that kind of were athletic-ish. So that's how she ended up in this top, for when it's a bit cooler, and with some leggings on underneath, just to keep her nice and warm on the colder days. For her second outfit, like I said before, I did put her in a like team outfit. I just wanted her to have have something that like kind of suited like her in that kind of way. Like I don't think she's a big team player, but she does like doing her sports and stuff, and that kind of like keeps her sort of like, I don't know, maybe that's like her social outlet. Since she isn't like super social, she's gloomy and she likes the outdoors, so that's kind of like her outlet, if you like, for her social element of her personality. But yeah, I think she kind of looks really cute, and I can imagine like her and Hector like talking for ages about their like about hockey together or something. Like I just think like it would be really, really cute. But moving on to her sleepwear, I did choose this first one is like the I think this is actually business and hobbies, but I think this looks like really snuggly, and I think she'd really like that for keeping warm on the colder nights. And then yeah, she ended up in like a little dress that she's just using as a nightie for her second one. But yeah, when it came to party, this is my second piece of evidence that EA just closed their eyes and picked whatever when they were dressing her. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. But yeah, I did play about a little bit with her outfits for party wear. I feel like she definitely likes to go to watch music live. Maybe she likes to go to like a nightclub or goes raving and stuff like that. So she really like wants to like show her personality when she's dressed in her party clothes. So her first one is this like little top. I like the back detail on this top, but that's from University Pack, I think. I just like how it looks, like how it ties up in the back. I think it's just like adds a nice little detail for something that looks quite plain. I did pair that with a skirt. I think that like that she would really rock this for her like going maybe like on a warm day, like a warm night, sorry, going out for like a rave or whatever. She would be like well prepared. I did toy with putting the shorts on underneath, but I didn't really like how they looked on this outfit, so I ended up not bothering. But yeah, she's got her like green boots back on again, and this is when like her makeup and stuff starts to get a little bit more extravagant. Like I tried to sort of make it a little bit more fun and a little bit more bold, because I feel like away from her family and like getting her to get into party and stuff, she does definitely feel more like herself. I like that she can express herself in a way that she doesn't feel like she can always do around her family, which is a little bit of a shame for Greta, but I do think like it's good for her to have sort of like some time away from her family, since she like works with them and lives with them, and yeah, she feels like they could be a bit much for her sometimes. But her second party wear outfit, I wasn't quite sure at first what I wanted to put her in, but then like when I was going through and trying some different things, I remembered the little grunge jumper, like the knitted jumper, and that jumper is something that I use a lot in my own personal games when I play. It's been really hard for me doing the makeovers not to put it on like every every sim that is slightly alternative. I've been purposefully trying not to use it too much because I will just put it on anyone that's done still for too long. So yeah, she ended up in that, and then I ended up putting it with the purple grunge kit trousers as well. I just thought like it was quite fun, like having that little like sort of like bright colour moment, and like I said, because she's going to see like music and stuff, she definitely feels a little bit more bold and a little bit more like she can be herself. But I think like her party outfits are like some of my favourites. I think she looks really cute. With her swimwear, I did think about possibly putting her in one of the like full body outfits, but in the end I ended up going with this little bikini top from the Island Living kit, and then some black bikini bottoms. Yeah, I didn't want them to be like, I don't think she'd want like too much of her skin exposed. She's like a little bit more like reserved in that way. So yeah, that's why we kind of like went for something a tad bit more covered up than just like a normal bikini. Hot weather, it was quite yeah, it was a little bit of a challenge, me figuring out what hot weather I wanted. Again, because she's like into the thrifting and stuff, a lot of her like looks have required like layering and things like that, and obviously in the hot weather the last thing that you want to do is layer. So I did find it a little bit difficult, and I really was trying to get the best like outfit for Greta, the one that made like the most sense and the one that like suited her personality the best. But yeah, I started off with this like little trousers, shorts over a swimsuit, full body fit. The reason I picked that really was because I feel like at home she would feel fine about wearing something that exposed a little bit more skin, that she would just like happily wear that around the house and outside messing around in her garden. She's got some garden boxes at her house, so yeah, I think that she would just like really like that. Then the second one I thought of for her being like outside, so I put like the hat and the sunglasses etc on her. So it's this like little werewolf's a dress. I did do the swatch that had the green shirt and the black and white stripy jacket around the waist, which I really liked, and I did put the little grunge shorts on underneath, so she has those like poking out the bottom. But yeah, I think she looks really like cool in this, and I just think that like she would be like happy doing whatever she does outside in the like hot weather wearing this outfit. She does end up in one of the cowboy hats. I do quite like a cowboy hat on a sim. I've noticed recently that I put cowboy hats a lot on sims, more than I realised that I did. But yeah, I think it's, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of going to festivals and stuff. Like, I've been to a lot of festivals and I sunburn really easily, so I need hats that have like quite a good coverage over my face, and cowboy hats are quite good for that. So like maybe that's always in the like the back of my mind when I'm dressing my sims. But yeah, for the cold weather fits, for her indoor one, I decided to go for this little jumpsuit. I really like this jumpsuit. It's one of my favorite assets, and I thought the green one was just like the perfect one for her. I paired it with some boots, although she'd be like round the house, I just thought she might go out in her garden and do some gardening and stuff, so she would want like boots in the winter to stop her like slipping over or getting muddy and stuff. I just think like she looks really cute. And then her outdoor one is this like fluffy green coat. It's got like skinny jeans on, and I paired them with boots, but I think I changed the boots to the snowy escape boots. And hat wise, I believe, did I put her in that hat? I can't remember what hat I put her in. I know she definitely got a hat. But yeah, I just think like she kind of like, that isn't the most her, but it does have like that kind of retro like feel to it. But I absolutely love Greta's makeover. I think she is just the sweetest, and like, oh, I can't wait for like my teens and stuff to meet her in my games. Like, I think that yeah, she's gonna make lots of friends looking as cool as she does now. But now we are moving on to Jace, our little weirdo. He again has very weird clothing choices from EA. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be purposeful or not, but yeah, he is a little bit of a weirdo, so I have sort of played into that a little bit. So for me, he's grown up hearing stories about Princess Cordelia from his grandma, and if you look into the Princess Cordelia lore, she has a fascination with pirates. Like, she has she has affairs with 4 different pirates, and 2 of those relationships produce children, and there is kind of like the possibility that like Arnessa could be sort of a descendant of one of those like relationships with the pirates, so like one of the illegitimate relationships that she had. So from hearing all these stories, I think that like Jace is obsessed and is pretty sure that he is a descendant of a pirate because of all those stories and the things that his grandma has told him. And with that in mind, I think that he has decided that he's obsessed with pirates. So for his very first everyday outfit, he does wear like the pirate costume from like the spooky pack or whatever it is. I think it's the spooky one. But yeah, he's become obsessed with pirates. So with that in mind, his like clothing theme, it often has like something to do with like the water or sea, or sort of like stripes to sort of like be a bit like piratey kind of feeling. So I also think that he would be friends with Pierce Delgato from Brindleton Bay. I think like they both like have like weird obsessions, and like they'd have their own little like hyper-fixations together. But yeah, I gave him her birthmark on his face, and I also gave him gappy teeth, like he'd lost his 2 front teeth. I feel like he definitely would be the kid that would love showing people that he'd lost his teeth. And I just, yeah, that's kind of like what I was thinking with him. that like, because he has this weird pirate obsession, he has the birthmark on his face, which makes him a bit different from the other kids, and then like he's also a little bit chunky like his dad. I think like all of those things kind of like build up to him being like a little bit like ostracized at school. Like he doesn't have a lot of friends, that he's kind of like, he's the sweetest little kid, but like there are just too many things that people aren't willing to like get over, especially, you know, like kids can be cruel, so yeah. And that's why I think like his he is best friends with his sister, Greta, and I feel like Greta wants to take care of him. She wants to help him like fit in as much as possible, even though he's a little weirdo. She knows what it's like to not have that many friends, and she wants him to have more than just like one friend. So yeah, she tries to help him as much as she can, and she is like super close with him. Like she helped him pick his haircut. It's like a little bit more trendy than the haircut, and like because he's self-conscious of his birthmark, it's like flipped so that it kind of covers his birthmark a little bit on his face. But yeah, I just think that he like, yeah, he kind of is a little bit crazy in that respect. Like he when he finds something that he loves, he really rolls with it. But yeah, he is really sweet, and like I just think that like the people that love him really love him. Oh, that was another thing, his necklace. I've put that necklace on every single outfit. It kind of looks like a shark tooth, and I kind of feel like maybe he went to the beach one day, like maybe he had Pierce over and they went down to the beach, and he found like a shark tooth at the beach and then made it into a necklace, and now he's obsessed with it, like making himself even more piratey because he has an actual shark tooth that he gets to wear around his neck every day. So he does wear that with every single outfit. Like he never takes it off. It's like his most prized possession. Like you could ask him to give you anything else and he would, but he absolutely adores that shark tooth. For his like second everyday outfit, I did go for this business and hobbies dungarees and t-shirt combo. Again, I picked it mostly because of the sort of like pirate vibes it gives off, like with the black and white stripes. I kind of feel like when he picks his clothes that's like mostly like what he thinks about is like, can I be a pirate, or does this look like a pirate would wear it? So that like is the kind of thing. And I do think that he's allowed to pick his own clothes. Like I feel like Hillary is maybe like a bit more relaxed with him because of like him being so different and him struggling so much with his like making friends and stuff. But yeah, I think he looks adorable. Again, for his formal outfit, he needed to be ready for weddings because he doesn't actually work at the weddings, but he always gets dragged to the wedding venue because yeah, all the family is there, so he has to go too. He doesn't really get a choice. He tries to do like make friends with any kids that are at the wedding, or like tries to keep himself busy, but yeah, he has to be dressed as if he's going to the wedding. So that's like kind of what I kept in mind for his formal wear. Again, I just really needed him to be like all dressed up and like ready to go to party at a wedding. With his second formal wear, I ended up, because the second one I thought would be for if it was a bit chillier, I did end up with a really similar vibe. Like he ended up with this like shirt with a bow tie like he had before, but also with a cardigan over the top, and trousers. And I just think that like that vibe like suited him, mostly because like for one, it feels like he just put that on, like he took the cardigan with him and he put it on because he got a bit chilly, but also I feel like he definitely wouldn't want to be like in a suit and tie and stuff like that. He wouldn't want to be too formal, like just because the kind of kid he is, plus also because he's not actually in the wedding, he just happens to be at the wedding venue. He doesn't want to be like too like formal, but yeah, I think I think he looks quite sweet. He definitely like has his own little personality. And with like his other clothes, so like his athletic clothes for instance, I did try and do stuff that had a sort of a like a nautical or marine theme. So like he got this like little vest with the jellyfish on. I don't know why I've never noticed that swatch with the jellyfish on before. I have used the one with the fox before, but yeah, I don't know why I didn't notice the jellyfish until I was looking for Jace's clothes. But yeah, I just think that he really is into the whole like sailing the seven seas kind of vibe, and he's like desperate to go on a pirate adventure somewhere. I do think that when I do their house, I'm gonna put the like when I redecorate their house, I'm gonna put the tree house in it in like the garden, and put the decoration, like set the decoration as the like pirate hideaway theme, so that he's got somewhere he can play pirates. Like him and Pierce can go and play up there together. Maybe Pierce will bring Blue and they can play in the garden and go search for treasures on the beach with the dog and stuff like that. I just think like it would be really, really cute to make them friends. I didn't make them friends in the game, but I actually think I might make them friends, just because I just really like the idea of that kind of relationship. Pierce is actually like quite popular with all the kids, but like he's kind of taken Jace on under his wing because they both get like really random obsessions with things, which kind of like is just, yeah, that's what like makes me like, I don't know, I just give them like weird little quirks in their personality, and like that's one of the reasons why I really like doing these makeovers, is that like I can think about what like they would think about, like the things that they would like and the things that would make them. But yeah, I think like he's super cute, and I just, yeah, I definitely would like to play with the Laurents now I've made them over. I might like do a save with them and play them out and see what happens to them. But yeah, for his second athletic outfit, he ended up in this little hoodie with a fish on it. I know it's like a koi fish, so it's like freshwater rather than ocean going, but like Jace doesn't really like know that. He just saw the fish and assumed that the fish was like swimming in the sea, because anything that goes in water apparently goes in the sea with Jace. So with his sleepwear, again, I did like the little stripy top. I thought that like it would be cute him having stripes for bed. I did, for slippers, give him the little shark slippers. So for one outfit he has the shark version, and then for the second outfit he has the like orca whale pair. I just thought that like, again, it adds in the little like marine element and the little like nautical theme going through. But yeah, and I can't remember if I did say this, I don't think I did, but in his favourite colours, it happens to be blue, so he does have a lot of blue things. Like I try and pick blue as much as possible. Again, I think this also helps him bond with Pierce Delgato, because Pierce Delgato was also obsessed with blue, since that's his dog's name is Blue. So everything he wore was blue when I did his makeover. So I feel like they are definitely like kindred spirits in that respect. Like they have little weird things and they just roll with it. But yeah, his second sleepwear outfit ended up having like the little octopus on, and yeah, I just I think that like that's like a cute little t-shirt as well. Like I wish they did some more like kiddie things like that for the Sims, like the Sims children. Like sometimes I think their outfits are a little bit too grown up. I wish there was more like stuff with like stupid like graphics on and things like that. But when it came to doing the party wear, he kind of wanted to go a cosplay as a pirate, but like everyday cosplay. So he got this little outfit that has like the stripy red pants, and he does end up with the bandana on as well, just to like go with it. And I just think that that's like really cute. That's like his everyday, like, I'm gonna fit in kind of cosplay as a pirate. He did have the pirate boots on, but yeah, I think that's quite a sweet little element to Jace, that he is always obsessed with the pirates. He can't think of anything else other than pirates. And I feel like that maybe like he wanted to wear his full-on pirate costume, but maybe like his sister convinced him to tone it down a little bit, because like the people at parties wouldn't want to be friends with him, like if they thought he was a bit crazy like wearing his pirate outfit. But then his like second party wear, I did go for one of the bowling shirts, and it's one of the ones that has like a team logo on the back, and there happens to be one that has a shark as the logo, so that's what I went for. I think that's quite cute, and it happens to be a blue swatch of it as well, so he got to have that. And I can't remember if I paired it with jeans or if I did shorts. Oh, I did do it with jeans, red jeans, that's it. I like the blue and red vibe. So although he wasn't actually a pirate in that one, he does have like a little bit of a nautical hint on the back of his shirt, which I think he would have been super excited when he saw that like then he'd want to join that bowling team, because they had a shark as their like logo. I could just see him like getting excited over silly things like that. With his swimwear, I put him in one of the wetsuits, and I did do the very first wetsuit that has like the anchor on. I just think like, yeah, of course anchors go in ships, so yeah, that's that was my thinking basically. And with his hot weather fits, I do end up actually keeping the hat on that EA gave him. I know it's actually like a bat or something, but from a distance it does kind of look a bit like a shark. And I couldn't really find another hat that I liked when I was looking for hats for him to wear. So yeah, that kind of like ended up being a little disappointing for me, that I couldn't find like a fishy hat. The only one obviously would be like the jellyfish hat from the Adventure Awaits, but that's just a step too far. I did put it on him a couple of times, almost tempted to leave it on him, and yeah, I ended up deciding against it. But for in his like hot weather fits, he does end up with one of the SpongeBob t-shirts on. I end up with the darker blue one with the like, I really don't know what the character's name is, but she's like a squirrel in a spacesuit. But yeah, he ended up with that, and I think like he obviously would love SpongeBob, since it's about like being under the like living under the sea, and it kind of has that whole like pirate aesthetic as well to it. And yeah, I think he would just like absolutely love it. So he was all for wearing a SpongeBob t-shirt. Yeah, and I just put him in sandals, and yeah, I did go through the hats, and I did look for ages. I'm like, shall I put the jellyfish hat on? I really was like, can I get away with it? Do I want that? But yeah, in the end I go back to the baseball hat that he had on originally, and I did give him sunglasses with this outfit as well. So I was starting to kind of run out of the like nautical fish themed outfits. So I did manage to squeeze one more out. So his second hot weather outfit had a t-shirt that has like a little fish on it. I don't know if I have used it recently, but I'm not sure if I used it in a makeover for like you guys, like making over like my townie makeovers, or if I just used it like in one of my own personal games. But yeah, it's so confusing when like I play a lot personally as well as play a lot to make videos, so yeah, I get confused. But yeah, he ended up with that as his like second one, like for him like being at home basically. And I put him in espadrilles. I don't know, they feel really like beachy and like sort of sailor-ish. And then when it came to his warm cold weather fits, sorry. His first one, like the indoor one, I was starting to struggle by this point looking for like nautical themed. So in the end I went for this t-shirt with a shirt over it. The t-shirt has a graphic of like a desert island. I didn't really want to use that, but that, like, when I spotted it, like when I was going through the t-shirts and stuff, it was kind of like, oh, if I need to use it, at least I know it's there and I can use it. So that's how that kind of got picked. Like, it wasn't something that I specifically really wanted, but yeah, at least it kind of fits with the theme, and it does well enough for like an indoor cold weather fit. And he won't be in it that much because of the like how the climate is in Tartosa anyway. And then for his outdoor cold weather fit, I did go with full body outfit from Seasons that had like the thunderstorms and clouds on the like pattern on the coat. I did put him in welly boots, I think, with this, like, I think the ones that have like the little face on. I ended up putting him in those, and I did put him in a little yellow beret, just because it finished off the look nicely, and I think like he saw how his mum looked in the beret, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna get me one too. Again, I did put the jellyfish on him. I almost put the jellyfish on him. I'm just like, oh, when am I gonna find a time to use the jellyfish? But yeah, that's little Jace done, and that's basically the whole of the family. If you like them, you can download them from my gallery. The information is in the description for them. And yeah, if you really like this, it would be nice if you could like and subscribe and comment and stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to say, while he's having his fashion show, I'm going to say dag dag, and I hope you all have an awesome day. Dag dag.